Ernie Johnson.
You know, you gotta do that. I could. I mean, just playing the comments. I didn't do anything. Really ugly.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. Eastern Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Bucks, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Monroe in at the center, filling out the middle. Again, Curry missing.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Now here's Parker. Right at the free throw line. And it's Curry with the rebound.
And guys, as remarkable as Steph Curry's offensive game is, I think what's underrated is how he competes on the defensive end of the floor. I mean, not the...
I gotta stop cheating. Oh, he is on default.
Strongest nor most explosive player, but he continues with activity and plays with tremendous effort.
Now here's Monroe. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Monroe's got the first points up on the board for the Bucks. Curry with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. Fresh, the pass to Davis. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Anthony Davis, growing up in the rough south side, his father didn't let him venture to the playground. Instead, he built a basketball court in the backyard. This young man has come a long way.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for O'Neal. Jordan, he's checked in for Jackson. And Mr. Moves subbed in for Curry. Carter Williams can't get it to go. Well, he'd keep the clock, sell the tickets. Even someone said sell nachos.
Humble beginnings, partner. Humble beginnings. Didn't even dream of NBA stardom. Said he wanted to be a high school coach. Obviously, things have changed now.
Just 4 to shoot. Puts it up. They get it back. And there's the pass to Mr. Moves. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul. You'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see. And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, he plays hard. But he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Now here's Middleton. Parker with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Parker dishes to Carter Williams. Monroe left side. Inside. Fires from 14. Nice jump shot. Good. Well, going back to Michael Carter Williams, he is a polarizing prospect. For example, Greg, when you play the position, he gives you a lot of assists, but he also averages over 4 turnovers a game. That was just last year.
Yeah, that's true. And he gives you plenty of rebounds and steals as well. But sometimes the shot also, Kevin, not necessarily where you'd like it to be. At times he couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. This guy just really struggled. But the talent is there. It's just going to take some time for him to mature. And the jury's really still out on him.
Shots good by Middleton.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Mr. Moves. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Middleton against Jordan. Middleton outside. Dishes it to Parker. And Davis sends it back to the middle. And it's Jordan with the jam.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Carter Williams from 13. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Mr. Moves. Carter Williams covering. And a wide open look for Jordan. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Well, the Bucks made huge strides as a team last season. Greg, most of it came from them establishing themselves as a top-tier defensive team.
And, Kevin, as you know, that's really where it starts for all the elite teams. And the Bucks defensively were very strong. You look at the metrics that measure a lot of the defensive categories. Bucks finished with the second-best defensive rating in the NBA.
Here's Mr. Moves after the made shot from Greg Monroe. Beyond the arc. A shot by Jordan, no good.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
That's good.
And guys, the Bucks were great across the board defensively. Top 5 in field goal percentage defense. Top 10 in three-point field goal defense. And of course, created a lot of turnovers too.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. O'Neal's checked in for Cousins. Fresh comes in for LeBron. Jackson, he's checked in for Michael Jordan. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Mr. Moves. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee is checked in for Monroe. Johnny O'Brien comes in for Parker. Wands checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Here's Antetokounmpo following the...
What the freak? Code settings.
Basket by Stephen Curry. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And a big part of why the Bucks were so good on defense is because they got back on defense. They allowed the fewest fast break points in the league. Hustling back in transition goes a long way with the team's D.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive. Get to the foul line and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Irving's checked in for Anthony Davis, and Mr. Moves subbed in for Curry. The Cavaliers trail by 6. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to O'Neal. Shot is off, and Milwaukee will come the other way. And Bayless kicks to Plumlee. O'Brien, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And Jackson gets it to go. Bucks leading by 4. Outside, Antetokounmpo. With his first shot attempt, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Here's Fresh, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Bucks on top. They lead by a bucket. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Look at my dad.
And Steph Curry, a player with in the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching. I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
They've got Fresh. O'Neal is out there with Irving. And there's Mr. Moves. And it's Jackson in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Vaughn. Monroe, the pass to O'Brien, and he goes in for the dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Fresh, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Now here's Monroe, stolen by O'Neal, and they're on the break. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Mr. Moves. Bucks shooting an efficient 53% from the field. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. A shot by Middleton, wide open. Off target with the open look.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
Here's Bayless. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Bayless has got his first points in this one. Here's Mr. Moves. He's got 6. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise.
Now Bayless. Screen by Monroe. Vaughn. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Vaughn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Tipped away. The dish now to Middleton, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Milwaukee?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
A different look for Milwaukee. Parker comes in for Johnny O'Brien, and it's Carter Williams in for Vaughn. Carter Williams kicks to Middleton, and it's Parker in the corner, and Fresh picks up the foul.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Plumlee is checked in for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. Here is Bayless. Parker inside. No good. O'Neal with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Mr. Moves passes to Jackson. Frames the 3-pointer. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Bayless. And there's the feed to Antetokounmpo. Kicks to Bayless. 6 on the shot clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And it's Parker again missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted and rhythm and communication there.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Mr. Move.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he...
Don't do that. Don't say that.
planted out too far advanced. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. O'Neal, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
To the wing on the left. Carter Williams, a screen on Jackson. Here's Plumlee, and another basket for Milwaukee.
Bro, they cheating for this team.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the three. Plumlee with the rebound. The Bucks have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Thank you. If I shoot this film, oh shoot, I got a tag. Gotta take it. So talking about
Here's Mr. Moves. Carter Williams covering. Here's Shaq. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Shot's good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Mr. Moves. And no good trying to get that one. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and it's been a good one. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
practice and play with people. Do whatever else stuff.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson,
So
Shaq,
we doing the
Kenny
franchise
Smith.
on Madden.
A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first
doing the
quarter.
franchise
At the
on
end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end, because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side. Guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about.
Sorry, you gotta go to school.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You know, Mr. Moves has been exceptional here, guys, today.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Here's Carter Williams.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, filling out the wings. It's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Parker out there with Greg Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at point. Here's Mr. Moves. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
He tried to Odell catch it. Oh.
Bucks leading by 4. And here is Carter Williams. Here's Monroe, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Fresh, and Parker with the block, and they get it back. Here's Mr. Moves. Antetokounmpo defending. Rebound by Monroe. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Feeds it to Carter Williams. It's blocked. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. Shot clock at 6. Here's Parker. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Back to Carter Williams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run. And they get one now. 1 of 5 here in the third.
Bucks leading by 8.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round of the playoff season. Bulls, however, things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Johnny O'Bryant, he's checked in for Parker. For Antetokounmpo, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Irving with it. Now Monroe defending. And it's blocked.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Mr. Moves passes to Jackson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Mr. Moves, covered by Monroe, and a wide open look for Irving. And he makes good on his first shot of the game.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Here's Middleton after Julius Irving's basket. And Bayless kicks to Monroe. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Shaq.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series, the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Plumlee is checked in for Johnny O'Brien. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up, he can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer. And at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Here's O'Neal, and he jams it with authority.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Milwaukee leading by 7.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Jackson passes to Mr. Moves. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team confines.
And at the offensive end, he's done about...
Plumlee with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's tipped. Bayless the pass to Vaughn, and Jackson with the block, and he's able to get it back. Here's Bayless, and the basket good. Bayless has got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Back to O'Neal. Here's Mr. Moves, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bucks ahead, they lead by 13. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
They're gonna be leading by 9.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Fresh is out there with Irving, and there's Mr. Moves. Then it's O'Neal, and it's Jackson in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. It's really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Parker's shot is off.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Here's Vaughn. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Carter Williams with the buckets.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
On the wing, Irving. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man, oh man, was that
And no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Shaq. He has 8 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
That one is no good. Milwaukee leading by 9. Here's Carter Williams. Julius Erving comes up with the rebound.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out. There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So, Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo, Parker. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And stolen by Irving. Here's Jackson. Passes it to Mr. Moves. Here's Shaq. That's in. 81%. 5 for 7. Bucks leading by 7.
Crazy.
Vaughn, the pass to Monroe. Williams dishes to Parker. All sorts of time. And it's Parker again missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the line for 2.
Some good numbers for Mr. Move. 8 rebounds, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Misses off the right iron. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 14-6 run. Now the pass to Fresh. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It goes on Chris Middleton. And the second free throw, good.
I'm about to steal him.
And he nails the third. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And it's Monroe at the elbow. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities. And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level.
Huh? Yes.
And the foul called on Mr. Moves. That's his first foul. Brad Bayless is checked in for Carter Williams. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're leading by 2. 1:56 left in the game.
That's scared they had no win. Now it's time to go win. I waited for the last few seconds.
Middleton drives in. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
Here's Mr. Moves, covered by Monroe, and Shaq with the slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that.
Just because he's absolutely scorching.
Middleton kicks to Bayless. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Bucks lead by 2. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Takes it from 10. Monroe, no good.
Not the best shot right there with the good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Here's Monroe. The Cavaliers making the shot. Parker passes to Bayless. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Julius Erving comes up with the rebound. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. 44 seconds left in the game. Here's Monroe. It's in!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Now here's Jackson. Mr. Moves passes to Irving. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Now Bayless. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. "16 feet away. Nails it.
They never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there. When you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And so it's the Bucks.